Do you want to know how I scaled my FBA business from zero to over $60,000 per month on Amazon? Well, in today's video, what I want to do is break down my top 3 strategies on how to scale your FBA business properly, so stay tuned. What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Trevin Peterson. I'm a full-time multiple six-figure Amazon seller, and yes, as you guys can see in the title, I'm going to be showing you how I went from zero to over $60,000 per month on Amazon. I'm going to be breaking down my top 3 tips on how to scale your FBA business like I did. And if you guys don't believe me, we're going to dive into my seller account. I'm going to show you guys proof that I'm a current FBA seller. I'm in the trenches with you. I'm facing the same problems that everyone else is facing. So it's just 1:30 so far for the day, and as you guys can see right here, for the day I've done just over $1,800, and in the last 30 days I've done just under $62,000. And the reason why I share that with you is just to let you know that what I'm about to share actually works. I want you guys to learn from someone that has walked the walk before. They're not just talking. And I just want to let you know that this is the most up-to-date YouTube channel out. So if you guys are new, then consider subscribing so that you guys stay up to date on the new videos that I'm about to release. So I'm really excited to dive into it. And without further ado, let's talk about the top 3 strategies on how I scaled from zero to over $60,000. So we'll see you inside. All right, so let's dive into the first tip on what I would do to scale my FBA business, and that is getting a trademark. Now, this isn't required from the get-go. What I recommend is after you start selling and as soon as you start seeing your product is selling well within the first month, go get a trademark as soon as possible. So there are a bunch of reasons why it's important. The first one is if you get a Chinese hijacker, a counterfeit product, someone basically hijacking your listing, which means someone is going to sell a fake product of yours on top of your listing and basically steal your sales and basically destroy your business. It can hurt you with negative reviews on your product because the product that they're receiving isn't your actual product. It can affect you by losing sales because obviously if someone's on top of your listing, they're taking your sales. And I kid you not, this happened to me. I regret not getting a trademark sooner, and I lost probably $20,000 because I had a hijacker on my listing for a good solid like 3 weeks, and I couldn't get them removed, and 2, 3 more kept coming on, and at one point I had like 4 or 5 sellers on my listing just stealing all my sales. And what they do is they just drop the price, keep dropping it, their margins are better, and then they get the buy box and they steal all of your sales. But with a trademark, once I got a trademark, now I don't have that problem because they're not looking for sellers that have trademarks. They're not going to come hijack your listing because it's really easy to then get them removed once you do have a trademark. So that's one thing that I wish I would have done sooner. By all means, it's not necessary at the very beginning, but like I was saying, within the first month, you're going to know whether or not your product is going to take off or not. If it is, get a trademark, protect yourself. It also is super valuable when it comes time to sell your brand, to sell your Amazon business. You need to have that intellectual property. It is so valuable. It's going to help you so much down the road to scale your business, and you're not going to lose sleep at night worrying about hijackers selling on top of your listing. So that is the first thing that you guys need to do in order to scale your FBA business. The second thing is you need to have the systems in place so that you are able to scale. So what do I mean by systems? So there's a bunch of different things. When I say systems, you have software tools that are going to help you automate the process so that you aren't manually, for example, sending each individual email, following up with your customer trying to get product reviews. So you need to get an automated software email sender tool. So it's going to do that for you. It's like $30 a month. With Helium 10, it comes included with a platinum plan. So if you already have that, you might as well use that tool, and it's going to help you automate the process. Another tool is Profits and Fetcher. Those are some accounting software tools to help you know whether or not you're profitable, where are you spending your money, what are your expenses, and so that you're prepared come the end of the year and you're actually organized, and with your CPA or your tax professional, you actually can show them, okay, this is what I spent, these are my expenses, this is what we can write off, this is how much I made, this is my profit. If you don't have that, it is a nightmare at the very end of the year to deal with taxes, trying to stay organized on what you spent, what you didn't, how much you spent on PPC, marketing, and all that stuff. So you need to have the systems in place so that when it does come tax season, you're prepared, you have all the expenses, you can just give it to your CPA and they do it for you, and it's super easy. So that is one thing that is huge. Luckily I did that and I tracked my expenses. If I didn't, it would have been a nightmare to go back, try to figure out what can I write off, what I can't. So that is very important, is to have these systems in place. These software tools are awesome. Fetcher Profits, the follow-up email sequence tool to basically automate the process. And then also the systems, not just software tools, but the system to run your business. So for example, once you launch one product, you understand how the system works. And then it gets a little bit easier and easier as you go. So you launch one product, why not launch 2? Why not launch 3, 4? You understand how the system works. Do it one time, do it a second, do it a third, and keep launching products and keep using that same system that is proven that actually works. And if you can do that, that is the best way to scale, because if you have 10 products doing $3,000 per month, I mean, it's really easy to scale that way instead of just going after this one home run product that does $100,000 per month. It's a lot easier to launch less competitive products 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times than launching one product that you have to spend like $10,000 in inventory to even launch the product to keep up with the demand, and it's just a lot more difficult. So the systems, you have software tools, and then also the system on launching your product, getting the product listing created, manufacturing the product, taking the product images. Make sure that these systems are set in place so that when it does come time to launch, you have the product pictures ready, you have your listing created, you're not scrambling last minute to get everything thrown together. So it's very important that you have systems in place to be able to scale and to be able to support the demand, more products that you guys are going to be launching. So that is number 2, and it kind of ties into number 3, which is one of the most difficult things in my opinion with Amazon, and that is cash flow. Cash flow is very difficult because what happens is we don't take into account our second or third order. So what happens, unless you have just big deep pockets with a lot of money. So I'll just kind of give you guys an example. Let's say we order 500 units. Each unit, we'll just do simple math, is $1. So it's going to be $500. The $1 is including the shipping. So it's going to be $500 for me to get 500 units. I order that, and let's say I only have $600 in my bank account. So I basically have left over $100. Now, it could be more, it could be less. This is just an example to show you guys kind of the numbers and the way to think when it comes to cash flow. So we have 500 units, it cost me $500. I start selling, and I just start selling a lot. Okay, so we'll say, to do the math, 500 divided by 30, I'm not a mathematician, so I'm going to do my calculator real quick. 500 divided by 30, so we're selling about 16 units per day. So we have enough inventory for about a month. So we spent $500, we have inventory for 1 month, but what we need to understand and realize is we need more inventory to stay in stock to not run out for that second month. So depending on your lead time with your manufacturer, you may need to order that product almost the second that it gets to the Amazon fulfillment center. So you have to have another $500 of cash flow to order that second run. Or maybe your lead time for your manufacturer is like a week or 2 weeks plus shipping. Then you may have to order, we'll say we launched our product in May, then we need to order our second batch of 500 units, or maybe you want to order like 600 or 700 units because you know that they're selling. Then what you want to do is you want to order 700, and so the next order is not going to be $500, it's going to be $700. So we needed $1,200 in total to launch, the 500 plus the 700 in total to stay in stock for the month, and then a month and a little bit, and then we need to reorder and reorder, and our orders are just going to get bigger, and that's where it gets difficult. So I don't know if you guys understood that, but it is very important that we have enough money. Basically, long story short, we have enough money to be able to reorder the inventory to not run out of stock. And you may be in the situation where you can't, and that's a struggle, but it's not going to destroy your whole business. Just make sure you close your listing so you don't lose your page rank. But it's a whole lot easier to maintain that rank, to maintain the sales velocity, and not run out of stock, and just keep that inventory so it just keeps growing, keeps growing, keeps growing. And cash flow is the key to everything. I would have scaled my business a whole lot quicker if I had more money to invest into more products, but I didn't, and I ran out of stock for a couple weeks at a time, and that kills you. And so you need to make sure that you are not launching too many products where you're too tight on cash, but you're launching enough where you have enough money to actually support the demand, that you can keep them in stock and you can keep them, the sales velocity going up, instead of it, you start selling and then you run out of stock, it's plateau, it just basically goes to zero, then you launch, then it just goes back. You just want to keep in stock, and that is the most important part to scaling. And again, you need to have enough cash to do so. So those are the 3 things that you need to do in order to scale your FBA business. If you don't do those 3 things, it's going to be very difficult to scale. I mean, there's other things that you need to be doing. Product pictures, make sure your listing is well done. You need to be optimizing your PPC campaigns, adjusting them, running manual bids, product targeting campaigns, automatic campaigns. You need to be doing all of these different things in order to scale properly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have any other questions, and if you do, join the Facebook group. It's completely free. I'll leave the link down below in that. And also, if you guys didn't know this, I do have an A to Z Amazon FBA course where I take you through the entire process. So if you guys are interested in that, I have the link down below. And I also have just a product research course that's literally $21 for the first 100 people that get in. I have just a few more spots open. So if you guys are interested in that, I will include that link down below. So I really appreciate you guys watching. This is very important to scale your business. Go make sure you have the systems in place. Get a trademark as soon as you can. If you're selling, invest in your business. Do whatever you need to do to get that trademark, and make sure you have enough cash to not run out of stock. That is very important. Don't launch another product if you don't have enough cash. Keep that product in stock, and once you can keep that product in stock and you have a month and a half worth of inventory, then launch your second product. But if you don't have enough cash, don't launch 2, 3, 4 products at the same time, because it's only going to hurt you in the long run. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, subscribe if you guys are new, and for now, we will see you in the next video.